Have you ever felt like God has been silent? You keep praying, but there's no answer. You're asking for direction, but every road seems blocked. You're trying your best, but nothing seems to change. It's easy to feel like heaven has forgotten your name. But my friend, God's silence is not a sign of his absence. It's a sign that he's working quietly behind the scenes, arranging, shaping, and preparing everything perfectly for the right time. Sometimes God hides his work so that your faith can grow stronger. If he showed you everything at once, you wouldn't need to trust him. But real faith begins when everything looks uncertain. When you can't see his hand, you learn to trust his heart. He may be silent, but he is never still. Every unanswered prayer, every delay, every disappointment is carrying a hidden blessing within it. You see, God's timing is never our timing. We rush, but he refines. We panic, but he prepares. He's not interested in giving you something fast. He's interested in giving you something that will last. When life feels delayed, God is not denying you. He's developing you. He's strengthening your patience, building your faith, and molding your heart into something ready for the blessing he has prepared. Think about how Joseph waited in a prison cell before he became a ruler. Think about how Moses spent years in the wilderness before leading God's people to freedom. Think about David, anointed as king but sent back to shepherd sheep. Each of them could have said, "God, where are you?" But in reality, God was right there, preparing them in silence. The waiting wasn't punishment, it was purpose. And the same is true for you. You might not understand what's happening right now, but every closed door, every painful delay, every lonely night is building something eternal in you. When God finally opens the door, you'll realize that his timing was perfect. The very thing that frustrated you was the tool that strengthened you. The silence that scared you was the space where your faith was born. Sometimes, God's greatest miracles begin in moments that feel like endings. When you think everything is falling apart, heaven is often aligning everything in your favor. You may not see it yet, but your story is not over. It's unfolding. The same God who parted the Red Sea, who made dry bones live again, who turned a cross into victory, is still moving in your life today. There are times when God allows things to be stripped away, not to hurt you, but to heal you. He removes certain people, plans, and possessions because they can't go where he's taking you. You may cry over what you lost, but one day you'll thank him for what he protected you from. What you see as rejection is often divine protection. Your pain has purpose. Every tear you cry waters the seeds of your destiny. Every hardship you endure is shaping your spirit for something greater. The very mountain that looks impossible today will one day become your testimony of victory. You will say, "If I hadn't gone through that valley, I would have never seen how faithful God truly is." So don't give up now. You're closer than you think. The enemy wants you to quit before the breakthrough comes, but God's plan is not finished. What he promised you will come to pass, not in your timing, but in his. God never fails. His word never returns empty. His love never runs out. When you can't see the way, remember, he is the way. When you can't find peace, he is your peace. When you don't know what's next, he already knows. You don't have to figure it all out. You just have to trust the one who holds it all. The same hands that formed the stars are holding your heart right now. God hasn't forgotten you. Even when it feels like heaven is silent, he is closer than your breath. He's working in your waiting, strengthening your faith, and preparing you for what's coming next. One day, everything will make sense. Every delay, every detour, every unanswered prayer. You'll look back and say, it had to happen this way. Because God's plan was never to harm you, it was to heal you. It was to teach you to depend not on the world, but on Him. It was to build a faith so strong that no storm could shake it. You are not being left behind. You are being led forward. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are not broken. You are being beautifully rebuilt. So today, lift your heart and take a deep breath. God is not finished with you. The story He's writing for your life is far from over. Even when you don't see it, even when you don't feel it, God is working. And when the time is right, His plan will unfold in ways you could never imagine. Your job is not to understand everything. It's to trust Him through everything. Keep walking, keep believing, and keep your heart anchored in His promises. Because what God has started in you, He will surely finish. And when it happens, you'll realize that every delay, every silence, and every heartbreak was a setup for your greatest blessing. So trust Him. The God who created the heavens and the earth has already written your story, and the ending is more beautiful than you can ever dream. Even when life feels uncertain, remember, God's silence isn't His absence. It's His love, working quietly to bring you to a greater tomorrow.